Hi everyone, welcome to Lace Academy's YouTube videos. In this video, I am going to show you 16 questions that are given from Quant module of TCS NQT examination that is happening today, which started at 8 o'clock. The exam is still going on. I am just presenting 16 questions of the Quant module that were given. And this video tells you the real-time examination taking strategy without a detailed explanation of each and every question. Let us see how to answer the questions in real time with the speed that is needed in the examination. The perimeter of a rectangle is 82 centimeter and the diagonal is 29 centimeter. What is its area? Perimeter is 2 times of L plus B, which is 82. So you can get L plus B as 41. And the diagonal is root of L square plus B square is 29. So L square plus B square should be 29 square, which is 841. So if you see the options 441 and 841 are the values we need to get for L and B, such that L plus B is 41, L square plus B square is 841. If you observe the values here, this is 30 into 30, this is 21 into 21, this is 20 into 20, this is 20 into 21. Two equal values cannot be possible here. So if I take 20 into 21 possibility, 20 plus 21 is 41 and 20 square plus 21 square is exactly 841. So 420 is the only possibility we'll be having out of the options. These are the types of options which I call as friendly options. So other options are all multiplication of equal values, which is not possible here. So directly 21 into 20, don't unnecessarily go for taking all the algebraic steps. Let us see the next question. A and B undertake a work for 720 rupees. A alone can do it for 12 days. B alone can do it in 16 days. With the help of C, they will be completing it in 6 days only. So he is asking how much is to be given to C. If A works alone for 12 days, he will be getting all the 720 rupees. So every day is getting 60 rupees. Now he is working only 6 days. So he will be getting 660 rupees, which is 360. Give it to A. B, if he works alone for 16 days, he'll be getting the complete 720 rupees. So each day, how much is getting? 16, 720 means 16 fours, 45 rupees every day. Now he is working only for 6 days. So 45 sixes, 270 should be given to B. And whatever remaining amount should be given to C. 360 plus 270 is 630. Out of 720, 630 rupees are given to AB. Remaining 90 rupees goes to C. Straightforward question is asking here. Right? Don't unnecessarily waste your time with unnecessary methods. Let's see the next question given. Area of the base of a cone is 9856 and its height is 33. So this is a place where some calculation is involved. Area of the base of the cone is circle 22 by 7 into r square is equal to 9856. Definitely you will be getting a value for r square properly. I'm cutting with 22, 22 fours, 88, 22 fours and 176, 22 eights. So r square is equal to 448 into 7. So if I say it should be a perfect square, it have one more 7. If I'm dividing 448 with 7, I'll be getting 7 sixes, 7 4, 64 into 7 into 7 because this by 7 also goes there. Now you can see r is equal to 8 square into 7 square, square root 8 into 7, 56. Now he's asking curved surface area which is pi r L. So we have to find out L. L equal to root of r square plus h square. R square is 56 square, h square is already given as 33 square. So 56 square plus 33 square. You have to find out this and then take out the square root of it. 56 square. Square is 2500, square is 36, 600. So we'll be getting 3136 here. 33 square. Square is 900. 9, 2 into 30 into 180. So 1089. We are getting the square root of 4225, which is 65, obviously, because ending with 5. Now we got L. So pi r L is just curved surface area, pi into r into L. 7 8 here. So we have to get 176 into 65. 176 into 65. 70 into 60 is 10,200. 6 into 60 is 60. And 170 into 5 is 850. 50, 88. So you have to get this Okay, 11,440 is the answer. So this is a question which is giving you completely calculations, and you need to be very fast in calculating things. Formula are direct. Only calculation is the most important thing. Let's see the next question. Mean of 29 observations 33. Actually, this is a question that is repeated from the previous slots. Same question with same values. 29 values, average is 33. A new value, 30th value is coming, average is increasing by 1. So if every value increases by 1, 30 values will increase by 30. So the new value has 30 extra than the original average 33. So 33 plus 30 becomes 63. I explained this question in the previous slot videos. You can just go through it. Actually, in this slot, totally 4 questions got repeated. From 24th and 25th examinations, 4 questions got repeated. One question is about salesman's commission. One question is about a competitive exam where a positive is plus 5 marks and minus 2 marks are given for correct answer, wrong answer type of question. And this question also got repeated. And a question about standard deviation is also repeated with exact values, not standard deviation, about model class and other deviations, sorry, about model class and median class. So these 4 questions are repeated as they are with the same numbers in this examination. So I'm not going to take these three questions again because they are already explained in my previous videos. Let's take the next question. ABC entered into partnership with investments of 1 by 3, 1 by 4, 1 by 6. After 3 months, A withdraws 1/4 of his capital and 9 months after profit is shared. Now, 1 by 3, 1 by 4, 1 by 6 ratio, I made it into normal ratio. Into 12 I did. So we got 4:3:2. So let's say A invested 4 rupees, B invested 3 rupees, C invested 2 rupees. But after 3 months, A withdraw 1/4 of rupee. That means 1/4 of 4 rupees, which is 1 rupee. So he invested 4 rupees for only 3 months and 3 rupees for the remaining 6 months because total 9 months he has to invest. B invested 3 rupees for all the 9 months as it is. And C invested 2 rupees for all the 9 months without any, because after 9 months we are taking a profit. So we get this ratio. 30:27:18. If I cut by 3, I'm getting 10:9:6. He's asking the share of C. So 6 by 25 part out of 582. It is not a round figure actually. So if you see 25 twos and 25 threes, 23 point something, 23 point, let us say 4. So if you take it, actually it goes up to 140 rupees. So out of the options, the closest option was 144. All the options were given not correctly. So 140 is the best option you can take out, right? Let us see the next question. Options were not given correctly in this question. That happened with the last lots also, where all the options were not correct answers. But 140's closest option was 144, as I remember. That's why I've taken this wantedly, so that I can just remember that this question doesn't have correct options in the exam. Salary of 10 employees is given. What's the standard deviation? Standard deviation, first median has to be found. Let's find the total. 50 plus 60, 110, 180 plus 120, 300, 300 plus 80, 380, 455, 527, 531, 611, 700. 700 out of 10 means 70 is the mean. So let's see the deviations. 20, 15, 10, 5, 0, 2, 5, 10, 14 and 19. We have to take the square of these things. 400 plus 15 square, 225, 625 plus 100, 725 plus 25, 730 plus 4, 734 plus 25, 759 plus 100, 859 plus 14 square is 196, 19 square is 361. When I add them, I can say this is 860 if I put a 0 here. 860 plus 360 is 1220. 1220 plus 196. 1220 plus 200, let's say 1420, 1416 by 10 under square root. So this is nearly square root of 141.6. We know that square root of 144 is 12. So this should be 11.8 or 11.9, something like that. So take the option which is nearest to 11.7, 11.8 and go to the next question. This is a formula for standard deviation, which is coming every time. In every exam, standard deviation question is coming. 10% of the voters did not cast their votes. election between two candidates, 20% of the votes were invalid. Winning candidate got 60% of valid votes, so other person should get 40% of the valid votes. No? The margin between them is 20% of valid votes, which is given a majority of 2880. So if 20% of valid votes is 2880, I can say total valid votes is 14,400 because 2 cuts it by 144. And this 14,400 is only 80% of the total votes polled because 20% were invalid. So this is 80% of the polled votes. So you know that 18th is 144. So polled votes equal to 18,000. Now luckily he asked only votes polled. So 18,000. It's all about tables mark. 2 into 144 is there and 18th is 144. So your answer should start with 18. If you ask you total number of voters, 10% voters did not cast. So this becomes 90%. 9 2s 18,000. So total number of voters is 20,000. But it's not asked. So it's all about tables game. Be good at your tables. If you know 18 is 144, you'll get answer starting with 18. Perfect. Next question. Number is divided by 7, remainder is 4. We can take it as 7x plus 4. What will be the remainder when the square of the number is divided by 7? Obviously, this part will not give any remainder. 4 square will give the remainder. 4 square is 16. 16 by 7 gives the remainder of 2. Straightforward question. So this type of questions are the place where you have to save your time. A sells B an article at a profit of 15%. B sold it to C at profit of 20%. C paid 690. Now 115% of the value and then 120% of the value is given equal to 690. I can say 115 exactly 6 times is 690 and 620 is this. So value equal to 21 25 is 500. Straightforward compounding question. Compounding. I always call this concept as compounding, which I explained in many of my videos. Just go through the concept to understand what I'm doing here. Because this is a place where I'm not explaining the question. I'm just doing the questions as if I'm taking the exam in less than 1 minute of time. A can do work in 7 to 2 days. He works for 8 days. So he completes 1 by 9th of the work. B finishes the remaining 8 by 9th work in 48 days. So B total work he takes 54 days. So B's efficiency is 1 by 54. He is asking both of them together. So 1 by 72 plus 1 by 54 you have to do. Take LCM 216 3 times, 4 times. So 7 by 216. So the total time taken is 216 by 7, which is 36 by 7 because 730 is 210 and still 6 is remaining. So 36 by 7 days are the number of days needed. So don't actually waste any time. Straightforwardly, you need, once you get the LCM, your answer is done. Let's see the next question. 1 by 6 is to x is to 6 is equal to 2.16 is to x, you are saying. You can say x square is equal to 2.16 into 6. You can say 2.16 is 0.36 into 6. So x is equal to square root of 0.36 is 0.6 and 6, which is 0.36. X equal to 0.36, straightforward, right? Now let us see the next question. Sum is lent at a rate of simple interest for 6 years. Had it been 3% higher, it would have got 540 more. What is the sum? See, 6 years, 3% extra means you will be getting 18% extra. That 18% extra is 540. What is the original sum of 100%? 18 3 is 54. So straightforward question. Next one. Difference between SICA compounded annually 20%. 20% means simple interest is 2 years is 40% and this is 44%. So 4% of the sum is equal to 248.20. What is 100% equal to? Divide by 2. Anyhow, 100 goes that side. Percent means. So 24820 divided by 4 is what is asking? 6205. So this is your total sum. How did this 4% come? Because 2 years 20% simple interest is 40%. 2 years compounding is 120 into 120, which is 144, which is 44%. So 4% is the difference. If you want to understand this again, you have to go for compounding process. Compounding solves nearly 4 to 5 types of questions in many concepts, right? Let's see the next question. Dealer makes 20% by selling 18. Profit of 18, okay. 30% profit he wants. So 120% is equal to 18. You can say 130% equal to how much if you want to find out. Or you can say what is 10% equal to. because you need extra 10%. And he's asking how much amount selling price must be increased to get the gain. So 120% is 18, because selling price is 18, 20% profit is there. Then 10% is how much? Because extra 10% is needed. You can see here 12 15s. 12 into 1.5 is 8. So 1 into 1.5 is 18. 1.5. So 10% means 1.5. And to get this extra 10%, you need to increase that 1.5 rupees extra. That's the question straightforwardly asking. Just go through the question what is asking. Is asking how much increase is needed for getting 30% profit. So 10% extra is needed. 120% is 18, 10% is 1.5. So that extra 1.5 is needed for getting extra 10%. ABC enter into partnership with investments of 435. 6 months later, B invests additional amount. Okay. C invests some additional amount after 2 years again. End of the 3 years, they share the profits in the ratio 3:5:6. What is the investment of A? Okay. So first of all, let's say they invested 4P, 3P, and 5P investments. After 6 months, B is adding something. This A is not changing any investment up to 3 years. So he is investing 4P for 36 months, 3 years. Is to B. I'm taking B invested 3P actually, but it's only for 6 months. After 6 months, he added something, but actually I can say 3P was invested for 36 months. After 6 months, this additional amount, whatever is there, is added. So after 6 months, if this is added, this is only there for 30 months. Is to C also I can take, but luckily you see A doesn't have any additions or subtractions, and we need to find out this P value. So I'm just taking A is to B. Why should I worry about C? So from this, if I cancel 36, I can cancel 36 here. I can cancel 36 here. I can cancel 36 here by taking 6 from here. 6, I'm dividing 6 and I'm dividing by 6. 6 into 6, 6, 36, right? So let's see what is happening. 4P by 3P plus 2,20,000 is coming as 3 by 5. We are getting 20P is equal to 9P plus 6,60,000, which gives 11P equal to 6,60,000, P equal to 60,000. If P is equal to 60,000, what is the investment of A is asking 4P. So 460,000 is 2,40,000. So I need not use who here, C, because unnecessary. Only with A and B, we can find out A value. You need not really worry about taking C. That is a logic that actually has to be understood. Unnecessary taking 3. Yeah, even after you take 3 values like this, you cannot compare at a time 3. You have to take any 2 and compare. So don't worry about C at all. Unnecessary. Let's see the next question. Two cars A and B which are 280 km apart start at the same time. If they travel in opposite direction, they'll meet in 2 hours. So their relative speed in opposite directions. Sum of their speed is 280 by 2, 140 km per hour. If they travel in same directions, they'll be meeting in 14 hours. So 280 kilometers traveled with relative speed of A minus B. Because A is meeting B, A should have more speed. A minus B is 280 by 14, distance by time, which is 20 km per hour. From this is asking B value. You can find A value and B value both. A is equal to 80 and B equal to 60. Is asking B, that is your answer. Let's see the next. Relative speeds. Relative speed of opposite direction, relative speed of same direction. That's it. Let's see the next question. A motorbike starts with a speed of 60 km per hour, increasing 12 km per hour every 3 hours. How many hours it will cover? 480. Let's see. First 3 hours it travels with 60, 60, 60. Next to 3 hours, speed increases by 12, it becomes 72. So next to 3 hours, it travels 72, 72, 72. So this is 180, this is 216. So by the 396 kilometers is already traveled. Next to 1 hour, it travels 84 because again after 3 hours, 12 kilometers increase. Now you can see 396 plus 84 is 480 exactly, which is asked for us. So 6 hours plus 1 hour, total 7 hours is exactly the answer. Let's see if we have taken any other example. No, I have taken 16 questions here plus 3 questions that are repeated and 2 questions based on square roots and cube roots. So these are the 22 or 23 questions that are actually covered under quant module of TCS NQT, which is happening still now. It started at 8 o'clock. So I have segregated a few questions by the time the section was over and presented the same here. See, I am not explaining each and every question here because I am here behaving as an examination taker. So we finished these 16 to 17 questions discussion explaining to you in less than 20 minutes of time. So that is ideal speed with which we have to run. If you can match at least with 75% of 80% of my speed, you definitely will crack 22 plus or 20 plus questions out of 26, which makes you at a safer cutoff. Okay, so practice well. Hope you will crack your examinations properly. And for any support regarding aptitude training online, you can just approach us. All the best to you in your placements.